All right, here we go. What's up, everybody? This is going to be a look at Jeff Stacy. Now, there's not much debate about Jeff Stacy in the TCAP community. He's in everybody's top five at the least, and he's probably in most people's top three. He's just an overall legend, beloved by all. And so I figure, it's been. I'm recording this on a Tuesday. I usually don't record these during the week, but you guys have been. This community is great. The TCAP community is always great. The video that I'm taking this footage from, one of the great To Catch a Predator YouTubers, Dr. Julian, has been one of the best over the years. And just like look at these comments. These TCAP community is always hilarious, no matter what. Jeff is not cute. He is not built good. This guy sounds like Mickey Mouse with a decade-long smoking addiction. I mean, there are so many of these now. This comment section is full of humor, and I love this community so much. So I'm going to try to get more of these out. I do these because I like doing them. It turns out there are some people that like watching them. So, which is cool. So let's do some more of these, I think. I'm going to try to get more of these out. And so I think to kind of keep that theme of keep the good times rolling theme going, we're going to take a look at Jeff Stacy, just a top of one of the biggest legends in the TCAP community. I mean, I wonder how if he knows deep in the back of his head in Lebanon, Ohio, he knows how many lives he's made better. Like it's rough, You're Jeff Stacy. You're a sex offender. Well, he's not a sex offender anymore. Technically, he's off the registry now, but. This was the darkest moment of your life, but it brought so much joy to other people around the world, I guess. He's just, I hope in some kind of neuron in the back of his head somewhere, he realizes that he's made a lot of people's lives better. It's a little fucked up. I'm not saying that he's thinking that all the time, but I would personally like to say a thank you to Jeff Stacy, because I know that I've laughed at this. I've watched this so many fucking times, and I laugh at it every single time. So let's get into it here.
What am I asking for?
What am I asking for? Did you hear that? The decoy asked a question right there. That's a Pontiac, not a Grand Prix, the other one. It's a piece of shit, but a pretty nice, okay car for the time. It's not a Grand Prix. I forgot the other one off the top of my head. There he comes, though. The legend, the man,
You
the
there?
myth, the legend.
I'm gonna go up and get ready, okay?
Okay.
Okay.
Wait at the bar for like 5 minutes and then follow me up, okay?
Okay.
Okay. So there is a little bit of debate within the TCAP community about what would Jeff Stacy have actually done, right? Because he's fucking ugly. First of all, that's the first mark against him. Like the easy answer is the 13-year-old girl would come out, see what he looked like, and tell him to leave, right? That's the easy answer, right? But just the way he comes into the house, he is a bit of a beta. You can just tell just from those first initial, okay. He just doesn't sound very confident. I think when he says in his interrogation that I think he says it to Chris, actually. Maybe a kiss or two, but probably wouldn't have gone further. When he says that, I kind of believe him. I don't think Jeff Stacy has the stomach to do something like this. I believe he's a virgin at this point in his life. I just don't think he would have the stomach to go through with it. Especially because I have a feeling the 13-year-old girl would especially see him and just tell him to leave. But he's coming off right away as a guy very lacking in confidence. He's very probably is very self-conscious about his appearance, his voice. I mean, so it's a little bit, you don't feel bad for him. I don't feel bad for him. There are people that feel bad for him. I don't feel bad for him. But he's goofy. He's a goofy guy. He's a goofy predator, and he comes in here and it's just like he doesn't have the personality to make up for his bad appearance. He doesn't have that. So that's already 2 strikes against him. 3rd strike against him, he sounds like Mickey Mouse. So fuck it, he's fucked.
Do me a favor and I'll just have a sheet right over there on the other side of the bar.
I love that. When as soon as Chris Hansen comes, he's about to take off his coat. Chris Hansen pops back and he puts the coat back on. Oh shit! Yeah, take a deep seat there, Jeff. You're in a load of shit right now.
How's it going?
Fine.
Place to park okay?
Man, I would love to know what Chris Hansen was thinking the first time he heard Jeff Stacy's voice. He doesn't skip a beat, But I mean, if I heard somebody like, I'd have to pause for like a second to be like, wait, is this what? This is not the guy who's actually talking. But yeah, Chris Hansen doesn't miss a beat. I guess he's just so concerned about saving the children. Just like he's concerned about taking your money on HansenvsPredators.com. Which now redirects to the Vincent Nicatra law firm form. Not his law firm, his family's. Like, I guess someone in his family runs it. I don't fucking know.
What's your plan for tonight?
Nothing really.
Nothing really.
Who'd you come here to meet?
Some girl.
Some girl whose name is what? You can't even remember her
It's
name.
Amanda, I believe.
Amanda? Sadie, maybe?
Oh, it was Amanda.
Yeah. And how old is this girl you came here to meet?
I believe she's 18.
18.
Mm-hmm.
And what made you think she was 18?
Because I thought she said she was 18.
You want to try again?
That's what I thought.
That's what I thought.
That's not
And there's been so many parodies of Jeff Stacy over the years that you hear it in the chat, you hear it in the context of the actual entire confrontation. It feels kind of out of place. I'm not going to lie. So, but there's been a lot of great parodies. I definitely recommend if you're new to this TCAP shit, start with the parodies of Jeff Stacy. There are so many great ones. There are so many great ones out there. I actually just discovered one recently about him wanting to just be shot, and it actually happens. Pretty funny. I think that was by Arrested Development. Shout out to him.
told you, is it?
I don't know.
Well, you can say that,
Okay.
but I have the transcript of the conversation.
Okay.
And right up top, she says she's 15.
What was that beeping? Did you hear that
Okay.
beeping?
How old are you?
21.
21.
21. So he lies about his age. Yeah, he's not fucking 21. And I think he actually lies to the police about it also when he's first getting arrested. I believe he lies to the police. Which I don't know why. At that point, why the fuck are you still lying? But Jeff Stacy, he's kind of not smart. I don't think he's being smart, but he's giving he gives a lot of generic answers. And when he's pressed by the police during his interrogation, which I do plan to do a commentary of. At some point, I would like to do a commentary of Jeff Stacy's interrogation, because it is one of the best. I would like, he gives a lot of generic answers that, they can't, he doesn't crack. He doesn't really crack until he finds out that he's going to jail. And then he goes into typical emo MySpace teenager mode where he's wants to kill himself, right? But, yeah, he does pretty well against Chris Hansen, as opposed to some of the other guys who just break down. Oh God, no! Like that. He breaks down. He doesn't break. He doesn't crack. And that I don't know. Maybe I don't know how he managed to do that. Because if I had as little self confidence and like that as Jeff Stacy did, oh my God, I would burst.
And why did you think it was appropriate or legal to come here to meet a 15-year-old girl home alone?
I don't know.
I
You
don't
don't
know.
know?
No,
You gotta have a better answer.
I didn't think she was 15.
I didn't think she was 15.
But that's not what it says here in the transcript of the chat. I read the whole thing, so you might as well just tell me.
I don't know. I really don't know.
And so now Jeff Stacy's getting a little bit more nervous. So his Mickey Mouse voice is starting to come out a little bit more. At first it was just like, fine. Now it's, fine, I don't know.
Well, she was 18.
What's that say right there?
15.
15. Okay. Go ahead, sir.
But Jeff's excuse is going to be that he doesn't read those, and which is pretty funny. Oh yeah, I read the whole chat, but I just glanced over the first part where it said your age. You know, when I typed in ASL, that was just a formality. I wasn't really paying attention to any of that. It doesn't mean anything to me.
I don't remember.
You don't, isn't that a little convenient? Then all of a sudden you're sitting here talking to me and you don't remember?
No, it happened probably last night.
Whole 24 hours ago.
Yeah, check my car. I don't. Yeah, so Jeff Stacy's now saying, oh, yeah, I have a bad memory. I can't remember something that happened 24 hours ago, which is ridiculous. But is that a better excuse than saying, oh, I just came here looking for work and stuff. I'm here to meet John Pedersen. I'm here to somebody was on my computer. I guess it is. I guess if we're going to give credit, we'll give credit for Jeff Stacy for not being so fucking stupid, but instead just being more than a little bit more, a little bit less stupid, I guess. By saying, I don't remember.
Oh,
A lifetime. Where did you come from tonight?
Lebanon,
I'm
Lebanon.
sorry.
Lebanon,
Lebanon.
Say it again.
Lebanon,
Lebanon.
Cincy.
Chancy.
Cincinnati.
So he's saying Lebanon, and I don't fucking know why it doesn't sound like he's saying Lebanon. It sounds like he's saying Lebanon. It doesn't make any sense to me. I don't understand why he can't get his words out there, but it sounds like he's saying Lebanon. It doesn't sound like he's saying Lebanon.
Say it again.
Lebanon,
And where's that?
Lebanon. I don't know if maybe he has a cold and he can't get his words out the right way. I don't fucking know. But yeah, I'm not sure. Lebanon, Ohio. Let's take a look at Lebanon. How the fuck do you even spell that? Lebanon. I'm not good at spelling. Sometimes. Lebanon, Ohio. Warren. So it is in Warren County, the same place where the sting was taking place. Lebanon, Ohio. It's close by the Cincy. Oh yeah, it's basically right in Cincy. In Cincy, right on the Kentucky border. I wonder, do they have a Wikipedia page for Lebanon, Ohio? They do. Do they have a famous people? Notable people. Where's Jeff Stacy? Come on. Not there. Oh, we're gonna have to do something to change that. Fucking hell. Jeff Stacy doesn't make this? Hang on, let me just make sure that I'm not missing anything. Stacy. No. Alright. Disappointed yet again.
Cincy.
In Cincinnati.
Can this shit go? What the fuck is
How far
taking
did
this
you
so
go?
long? What is happening?
An hour.
An hour. And what's your name?
Jeff,
Jeff, what's your last name?
Stacy.
Stacy. And what do you do
Jeffrey
for a
Douglas
Work at a
Stacy.
deli.
living?
Yeah.
Jeff, what's your last name?
Stacy.
Stacy. And what do you do for a living, Jeff?
Work at a deli.
You work at a deli.
Work at a deli. So, during his interrogation, he will mention that he has a 2-year technical degree. He went to technical school, not college, technical school. And it's a bit weird how he went to a technical school where there should be plenty of jobs in that field. In whatever, it doesn't matter what field. There are jobs for those technical vocational schools like that. Those plenty of jobs in that area. It's fine if you do that. I don't give a shit. But how does he go from technical school, vocational school, to working at a deli? Yeah, it seems like something must have happened to get him to line up at work at a deli. But that's another thing that I'm saying. Like, Jeff Stacy, this might have been the best thing, was him ending up on TCAP. Best case scenario, without To Catch a Predator. He's like the general manager, not the general manager. They would never promote him the general manager. He'd be like assistant manager of that deli. That's the best he could do prior to TCAP, right? Best case scenario, right? And he stays there for his entire life. Assistant manager at Lebanon Deli. But now with TCAP, he's a lot more famous. There would not be an avenue for Jeff Stacy to get famous without TCAP. So it might have worked out okay for him in the end. He was lucky that he was caught in Ohio rather than somewhere like Georgia or even just a little bit south in Kentucky. A little bit fortunate that he was caught where he was caught. That it doesn't. He was an RSO. He's not anymore. He did 60 days in jail. Fucking slap on the wrist. And he got to unintentionally entertain millions of people. You know, Lauren Armstrong has a whole religion devoted to him, but Jeff Stacy has just done nothing but bring positivity to people's lives. And that's why I think he gets a lot of love. But, you know, TCAP, I mean, I'm joking about TCAP being the best thing that ever happened to him, because it definitely wasn't. But in a sense, it was, because he's relevant, at least. He got himself to be relevant, but not for the right reasons. But still, the best case scenario for him, pre-TCAP, he's fucking assistant manager at Lebanon Deli. That's it. Now at least he's a little bit more famous, and he's off the RSO. Now he's living his fucking life. Like, who cares? Like, it's fine. It all worked out in the end. He's not Lauren Armstrong, is what I'm trying to say.
And you often chat with underage girls online?
Oh,
One second,
No.
I just want to check.
So this is your first
check
time?
How much time we got? Okay.
You know, I hear that a lot.
I would say, yeah, you probably do.
What is wrong with this shit?
This is what?
This is the first.
Why is it taking so long to fucking go here? What the hell?
Yeah, you probably do, but this is.
This is what?
This is the first time I've ever met anybody offline.
Now, it seems like you're having some memory trouble tonight, so I'm going to remind you of some of the things you said in the conversation.
That's a good
You
zinger.
asked her-
That's a good zinger from Chris Hansen right there. Seems like you're having some memory issues tonight, so I'm going to remind you about what you said here.
if she's a virgin.
I ask everybody all kinds of stuff. It's just talk.
It's just
You
talk.
sleep naked.
What's wrong with what? Asking questions.
So now we get to the meat and bones of this shit here, where Jeff Stacy will give line after line after line of great shit right here. I find myself quoting Jeff Stacy all the time. It's just I don't do it in his voice because that'd be fucking insane. But I do end up saying, "What's wrong with asking questions?" It's a question. I say that all the fucking time. It's not good.
Well, some of the questions are pretty graphic. You gonna be naked when I show up?
It shrugs his. Hang on one sec. Just all he can give is a shrug of his hands, like, oh my god. Oh, it's just his mannerisms too are just great.
Legs spread, and I will blank you right away.
Okay. So I said,
And so you can tell he's a bit inexperienced just by the chat log and what he's saying that he wants to do. Like, he's just it kind of seems like he's just repeating things that he's might have heard in pornography or whatever from the movies. It seems like he's just kind of saying what he thinks he needs to say. I don't think someone who's more sexually experienced would say something like that or say things like this. And you see this in a lot of Predators chat logs where they they fucking all they do is talk about sex. Now, part of that might just be it's the fucking you're in a chat room with a 13-year-old. You don't have much in common, yeah, you know. But at the same time, it's a lot of these predators appear to be very inexperienced, and so I feel like that's why a lot of the sexual talk comes out, because it's like, yeah, I finally get to try this out, yeah, like, but no, you shouldn't be doing that either way. But whatever.
That stuff.
Then you say, "Oh, you're not a cop, are you?" Why did you ask if she was a cop?
Because I had people who were drug friends, and they said that if you ask that they have to tell you.
You have people who are what?
I used to have friends that were druggies, and that's what they said.
Druggies. So the druggies told you that if you ask on the internet at the police, they have to tell you. So that's what you did. And why were you...
Oh my god, that's great. That is great. A great fucking line right there. Oh my god. I used to have friends that were druggies, and that's what they said. Oh my god. That is great. That is one of the best lines. And now that opens up a whole new set of questions. Why the fuck does Jeff Stacy have druggy friends? I want to know what those gatherings were like, you know? Where they just like sitting around a campfire, you know, smoking a little marijuana and fucking cracking jokes or what. Jeff Stacy doesn't seem like a guy who has friends. That's why it might be a lie, because again, going back to my previous tangent that I just went on about how he's saying things that he just heard in the movies and whatnot. That might just be him fucking trying to connect dots in his head, you know. Oh man, I asked why she's a cop. Oh shit. Oh yeah, that's right. I remember watching that one movie that one time where it's like, oh well, if you're a cop, you have to tell me. But that's not how it fucking works. First of all, you're not talking, and you can't even use that as a defense, because he's not talking to police. He's talking to perverted justice who are not police officers. That's why they were able to reel a bunch of guys in. So, yeah, Jeff, you're out of luck. You're out of luck right there. So, you can't save yourself. And even if that was true, you can't even save yourself here. So,
worried that it might have been a police officer?
I ask everybody.
and then he does that ignorant fucking shit again, where he's like, I ask everybody all sorts of things. Like, why? No, it's obviously a lie. You're not going to go around asking somebody you just met on the internet, are you a cop? Oh, I ask everybody. No, you don't do that. Of course you don't do that. But Jeff Stacy, I guess that's a bit better than just the hand shrug, like, that he did before. So, I don't fucking know. He doesn't have many good excuses, but it's a bit they are comical, I will say that.
Just out of habit?
Yeah.
Yeah!
Well, doesn't that indicate that you're worried that if it was a police officer, you could get in trouble for what you were doing?
No, because I ask that to everybody.
To everybody. So you spend your time on the internet at night asking people whether or not they're cops, whether or not they sleep naked, whether or not you can perform sex acts. You do this all the time.
It's talking.
It's talking!
Yeah, but the difference tonight, Jeff, is that you went from talking to showing up at this house where you thought a teenage girl was home alone. An underage girl.
I didn't know.
You didn't know what?
She was underage.
Yeah, so Jeff Stacy is like a little kid who just got caught doing something bad, where he's just like, oh, I didn't know. I really didn't know. She's 15. He's like a little kid who just got caught, and he has no excuse, because he knows that he's fucking wrong. So he's just going to try... He's just going to try I didn't know. He's going to try to, the sympathy fucking, let me try to, try whatever sticks is basically Jeff Stacy's strategy. I'm going to stop it here. Part 2 coming up.